Good morning, everyone. Today we are presenting our tech talk on informed consent in artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is a transforming everyday industry rapidly. So today we will discuss how consent, privacy, and transparency and human rights are contained connected with AI systems.
Thank you. Informed consent is become one of the most critical ethical concerns in the AI era because AI systems continuously collect and process human data. This presentation explores the importance, challenges, and futures of informed consent in artificial intelligence.
So the next, before starting, let us quickly look at the topics we are going to cover today.
Okay, we will discuss definitions of informed consent, historical background, AI data collection, healthcare applications, surveillance and facial recognition, social media profiling, AI decision making, legal frameworks, generative AI challenges, recommendations, and future solutions.
So what is exactly informed consent?
Informed consent means that people should clearly understand what information is collected, why it is collected, how it will be used, and what risks are involved. Only after understanding these things should they voluntarily agree or refuse. Today, AI systems are present in healthcare, finance, education, and entertainment. However, personal data is often collected invisibly. Most online consent systems group terms and conditions are inadequate because users rarely understand them. The stakes involve privacy, autonomy, justice, and democracy itself.
So how did the idea of informed consent evolve historically?
Uh, the concept developed gradually over decades. In 1947, the Nuremberg Code emphasized the voluntary consent after World War II. In 1964, the Declaration of Helsinki established ethical guidelines for medical research. The Belmont Report in 1979 introduced principles like respect, beneficence, and justice. Later, digital privacy laws such as GDPR expanded consent into the AI and data era. Recently, the EU AI Act 2024 became the first major AI regulation law globally. This shows how consent evolved from medicine to digital technology.
So the next, what are the core elements of the informed consents in AI?
Uh, There are five major elements. Disclosure. Disclosure users must receive sufficient information. Second, understanding. The information should be understandable. Third, voluntariness. Consent must be free from pressure or coercion. Fourth, competence. The individual should have the capacity to decide. Fifth one, decision. Consent should involve in active choice. A major issue today is the black box problem, where AI systems themselves cannot clearly explain their decisions.
So the next question is, which ethical principles supports informed consents?
Five important principles guide AI ethics. Autonomy, people should control their own data. Transparency, AI systems should openly explain data uses. Non-malfeasance, AI should avoid causing harm. Beneficence, technology should benefit society. And justice, benefits and risks should be distributed fairly. These principles ensures ethical AI development.
So the next question is, why is consent so important in AI systems?
Consent protects human dignity and freedom. It allows people to make informed choice about the sharing data. It also helps in build trust, prevent explosion, protect democratic values, and reduce manipulation. Without informed consent, individuals lose control over their personal information.
So the next is what kind of data are AI systems collecting today?
AI systems collect enormous amounts of information, including identity data, behavioral data, biometric data, health data, and social interaction data. But the most concerning category is inferred data. AI can predict personality traits, political options, or health conditions without users exactly sharing them. This creates major ethical concerns because people cannot consent to unknown predictions.
So the next question, how is informed consent connected with AI healthcare system?
Uh, AI is used for the disease prediction, medical image analysis, risk assessment, and genetic research. However, patients often do not know AI is involved. Another concern is genetic data sharing. If one person shares DNA data, relatives may also indirectly lose privacy without consent. Mental health AI applications are especially sensitive because when vulnerable individuals may not fully understand the risk.
So tell me about why facial recognition is controversial now.
Uh, because surveillance usually happens without consent. Facial recognition AI can track people in the public space automatically. Major concerns included is privacy invasion, mass surveillance, lack of options, uh, racial bias, and wrongful arrests. AI surveillance changes society by making constant monitoring possible.
So tell me about how do social media platforms use this AI?
AI systems analyze uses likes, shares, search behavior, viewing habits. This creates detailed psychology profiles. A famous example is the Cambridge Analytica scandal, where Facebook data from millions of users be used for political targeting without proper consent. AI algorithms also amplify emotional content and create filter bubbles that the shape public opinion.
So the next question, where are the autonomous AI decisions used?
AI now influences criminal justice, loan approvals, hiring systems, education, and child welfare. The problem is the people often do not know AI made the decision. They may also not understand why they were rejected or flagged. This reduces accountability and fairness.
So the next question, can AI experiments happen without user awareness?
Yes, one famous case was Facebook emotional contagion experiments in 2014. Researchers manipulated the feeds of hundreds of thousands of users without explicit consent of study emotional effects. AI training datasets also raise concerns because many systems are trained using scrapped internet data without permission from creators or individuals.
So tell me about what laws currently regulated in the AI consents.
The most important laws included in GDPR provides rights such as rights to consent, rights to erase data, right to withdraw consent. EU AI Act introduces risk-based regulations, transparency requirements, restrictions on biometric surveillance. There are also regional laws like CCPA in California and sector-specific regulations for health and education.
So the next question, Why is meaningful consent difficult today?
There are several reasons. Constant fatigue, people automatically click accept. Dark patterns, interfaces manipulate users into agreeing. Technical complexity, most people cannot fully understand AI systems. As a result, modern consent often becomes symbolic rather than meaning.
So now tell me about which groups are the most vulnerable to AI consent issues.
Several vulnerable groups include children, elderly people, individuals with disability, people on crisis situation, low income communities. These groups may lack the knowledge, freedom, or ability to provide informed consent.
So now, how does generative AI create new ethical problems?
Generative AI systems are trained on massive internet datasets. Artists, writers, and creators often never consented to this use. Another major issues in deepfakes. AI can generate fake videos, voice, and that may spread misinformation, fraud, or harassment. The right to know whether we are interacting with a human or AI becoming increasingly important.
So how does the ethical theories view informed consent?
Uh, Different ethical theories strongly support consent. Kantian ethics. Humans should never be treated merely as tools. Utilizing consent improves ruling and reduce harm. Virtue ethics. Transparency and honesty are more virtues. Rawls theory. Fair societies would support strong privacy protection. Overall, ethically philosophy strongly favors meaningful informed consent.
So can you share some important real world examples?
Certainly, Facebook emotional contagion users were manipulated without consent. Clearview AI, millions of facial images were scrapped illegally. Compass AI, based on criminal justice predictions, affected black defendants disproportionately. DeepMinds and NHS, patient data was shared without proper legal consent. This example shows why stronger ethical standards are necessary.
So now tell me what are the biggest challenges ahead?
Major challenges include rapid AI evolution, weak international coordination, innovation versus regulation database debates, technical difficulty, removing data from AI systems. Individual consent alone may not enough for AI governance. Society also needs collective oversight mechanisms.
So tell me what solutions can improve informed consent.
Several improvements are needed. Better consent design, simpler and clear interfaces. Privacy by design, privacy integrated from the beginning. Accountability, independent audits, and transparency. Digital literacy, educating citizens about AI systems. Strong laws. In strong laws, global regulation and strict enforcement. Collaboration between governments, researchers, industry, and society is essential. Society is essential.
So this is okay for now. Can you summarize the key message of this presentation?
Certainly, informed consent is not just a legal formality. It protects human dignity, privacy, freedom, justice, and democracy. Today, most AI consent systems remain inadequate. However, meaningful reform is possible through ethical design, strong regulation, and public awareness. The future of AI should prioritize humanity, transparency, and trust.
So thank you everyone for listening to our presentation.
Artificial intelligence
Yes,
should
and
empower humanity with transparency, ethics, and responsibility. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.